bank deposits, and your Social Security checks, along with a whole host of warnings and urgent alerts out of banks for Social Security beneficiaries, and what is happening this year as this is directly impacting millions upon millions of beneficiaries all across the country and your deposits on a monthly basis. I also have this article right here, which I will be popping up on the screen in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're talking about right here and what is happening, because this is very unprecedented. This is a situation that we typically do not see, but beneficiaries, unfortunately, are being impacted in a major, major way. And I think you recognize, just as much as every other beneficiary out there, every single day that goes by that your monthly benefit check is not arriving is vitally important, right? Especially during a time right now when cost of living is significantly higher, money is very, very tight for most beneficiaries. Most people need that money to get by every single day and don't have an extra penny or even dollar to spare. So every single day that goes by that money is not in your account and it's maybe delayed receiving into your account, that's a major situation. And again, also what is highlighted here in this article, and I want to point out exactly what's going on, because unfortunately this is hitting Social Security beneficiaries and pension recipients extra hard right now, and realistically, it's only going to get worse. Now, again, I'm not here to scare anybody, but rather I'm here to bring to your attention what is going on and what's actually being highlighted and what's being discussed, as well as what is happening and why is this happening when we've never seen this before, well, at least to this degree anyway. Anyway, let's pop this up right here, right now. Here's the article. Feel free to read through the details on this, but I will point out some of the key details. Now, across the entire country throughout the year of 2025. Now, to be fair, I'm filming this video in the middle of December 2025, so who knows? Maybe you're watching the replay on this at some point in 2026, but it's going to be the same situation. However, throughout the year of 2025, we've seen major banking glitches. Yeah, we don't want to hear that, right? That's like the last thing that anybody wants to hear. A banking glitch? I mean, unless it's depositing tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars into our bank account, I don't think we want to hear about a glitch, right? Unless it's depositing all kinds of money, then sure, we'll gladly take a glitch. But when it comes down to a banking glitch, typically it's not depositing all kinds of money into your account, but rather it is doing something along the lines of, whoops, out of service, whoops, payment delays, or some type of major situation. Well, that's exactly the situation that we are dealing with, is that people that are seeing ongoing monthly recurring payments, again, Social Security beneficiaries, pension recipients, people like this that get ongoing monthly payments deposited into their account month after month, year after year like this, are seeing some major banking glitches where, whoops, it's taking the money quite a while longer for that money to actually be arriving and deposited into bank accounts. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is a major issue for beneficiaries because, again, every single day counts. If you go an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, something like that, and your money is not there and you're reliant on that money and you need that money on a specific date, there's a lot of people out there that don't have the extra money around to actually pay the bills or to pay the rent or to pay the mortgage or to pay the utilities or put the food on the table or even pay for medications and medical bills and things like that. So that's exactly what's happening here, is that there's so many millions of seniors and people across the country relying on their Social Security benefit. When these payments are delayed because of these banking glitches that have been happening so much, now all of a sudden there's millions of people out there that are, again, not paying the bills, the rent, the mortgage, the utilities, picking up the medications from the pharmacy, or paying the medical bills, or whatever it happens to be, food on the table. And unfortunately, there's millions of people out there that are being impacted by this in such a major way that it's impacting their livelihoods, and it's also impacting their finances in a huge way as well, because of the banks that we all rely on, or at least a lot of people rely on, not everybody. There are people out there that have direct express cards and other means in which they receive their Social Security benefit checks, but same situation there, right? A direct express card is still issued by a bank, so they could still be subject to the same glitches that we're seeing from so many of these other financial institutions that are out there taking on some of this, right? So again, here's what happens. Well, a lot of times what happens when we see a banking glitch or we see some type of error with our banking account? Not sure about you, we pick up the phone and call customer service. Hey, yo, customer service, what's going on? Well, guess what? A lot of other people are doing the same thing. Not only that, a lot of these customer service different companies, banks, whatever, back end rooms where these are hosted, a lot of these are being replaced with what? Automation and AI. So a lot of times you're not even talking to a human, you're talking to some computer that thinks it's a human when it's not. It doesn't do nearly the service that a human does. And all of a sudden, a lot of times the beneficiaries not only are sitting on hold forever, waiting to talk to a human to get some answers on their exact banking situation and why can't I access my account, but now going in circles with these AI bots and automated systems, or sitting on hold for hours and hours and hours waiting to talk to a customer service representative. And again, this is not a good situation. Well, unfortunately, with all of the major changes and the layoffs that we're seeing and the major reform around the banking sector, as in bringing in automation and AI and these AI agents and things like this that are replacing humans, unfortunately, this is not a very good situation for, again, seniors, Social Security beneficiaries that are reliant on the help of an actual human to navigate some of these situations to figure out what is going on and when will those benefits actually be deposited into their account so they can actually live their lives and, not be in one of these situations where it's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure where to turn. I'm not sure who to ask. And no matter what I do, it's like I can't connect with a human when I call the customer service phone number. So we're continuously seeing these glitches. Now, I'd love to hear from you down below if you want to share. Did you experience any of these glitches in the last, year or so, give or take a little bit? Have you seen any of these glitches taking place? I know that I personally have in my own banking situation, right? But again, I didn't call customer service because honestly, I don't really do that. Reason being is I just know that it's a total waste of time to call customer service. I'm generally more of the type that just kind of like waits and like, I hope this resolves here in the next little while, in the next few minutes, the next couple hours before the end of the day. That's just typically how I do things because I don't like calling customer service. That's like the last thing that I want to do. So I typically don't do that personally, but I've been in situations where I've seen that happen where you go to log into your banking app or something like that, or your online your bank portal, and it's like, we're down for now, or whatever. We're experiencing a glitch, or we're experiencing an interruption to service. Okay, well, what does that mean, and how long is it going to last, and when I'm going to be able to access my information and my benefits and my accounts again, right? Very important. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you down below if you've experienced this, but I want you to be aware we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of this. This is certainly not over. In fact, as these banks and these financial institutions transition into more, again, automation, AI agents, AI bots, things like this, we're going to see way more of these glitches taking place. And this is going to be an unfortunate situation for a lot of people. Now, obviously, we don't want this to happen. But when it comes down to regular monthly benefits like Social Security and pension payments and things like this that roll in generally around the same time frame every single month, month in and month out, this is unfortunately creating a major financial issue for these beneficiaries that are becoming so reliant on this money. And when it becomes delayed, we got a major situation on our hands. Anyway, I just want to point this out for you and again, give you the information out of this article right here so you can see it for yourself and you could read it for yourself there. But when I come across this information, it's just like when are we going to get back to a normal situation? I don't know. Is it just me? Am I becoming more disgruntled every year that goes on? I don't know. But it just seems like, what happened to the good old days? Remember the good old days when things were just easy? It wasn't nearly as chaotic as it is now. The cost of living wasn't nearly as high. Things just worked smoothly. It wasn't a total chaotic mess like it is now. I don't know. Remember that? Honestly, I think all this really kicked off back in 2020 with the whole shutdown and the stay-at-home business. It seems like a lot of things really took a turn for the worse then. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of things have been really, really weird since the whole 2020 lockdown and shutdown situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly back to say 2019 and beyond, but it just seems like things were a lot easier then, and things have just been very chaotic and honestly not nearly as easy from say early 2020 and to present. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. Maybe I'm just looking at things differently. I don't know, but it just seems like that kind of really disrupted a lot of things in a major way, and it's like we've never really gone back to just kind of like how things were easy, easier, I should say, prior to 2020. I don't know. Drop your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to keep you posted with everything going on. If you have not done so, please consider subscribing. 100% free. Big subscribe button right down below. Please share the video. Big share button right down below as well. Otherwise, happy holidays. Thanks again for watching this. Really appreciate all of you. And again, drop your comments, your feedback down below. Check out the well over 6,000 videos here on the channel in the video library. Otherwise, until next time, have a nice day. Hope this helps you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in the very next video or the next live stream. Some major things are happening right now, and I'll continue to keep you posted with everything going on right now. It's a very weird time. A lot of things are changing. Anyway, enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Again, please consider subscribing, share the video, and I'll see you again soon in that very next one. Catch you later. All right, see ya.